Well, firstly, incredibly harrowing pictures, and thoughts and feelings are to everybody who has suffered, who have lost relatives and friends in these attacks. It's incredibly disturbing to see. On a broader scale, in my lifetime, it's one of the most complex situations in the world, and I think everybody is grappling with how best to deal with that. I don't know what it's like to walk in the shoes of people on either sides of that conflict. So what I do know is that I think people at the FA will have consulted with everybody they possibly can, and they would have tried to make the best decision with good intentions. Clearly, whatever decision they came to would have been criticised in one way or another. So I also recognise how difficult it was for them. I wasn't involved in those discussions. They were long and went on for a long time, I know. But they've decided to take the stance they have, and we will get on with that. Well, it's an incredible start, really. He attacks every challenge that's ahead of him with great confidence. I think he's still physically, every time I see him, he seems to still be filling out, which is not a surprise at his age, really. And of course, he's developed a thirst for scoring goals. He's in the right areas. He's so powerful around the penalty boxes. So different role that he's had with Madrid, having lost Benzema. They've had to play differently this year, and he's been the guy that's got the important goals for them. So delighted for him, because it's such a big move, and you want to start well when you join a new club, and he has. Well, firstly, it's brilliant for all of the countries that are hosting. Great for local business, great for the teams, because there is home advantage, there's no question about that. And great for the fans to be able to see their teams playing at home in a major tournament. So that's a fabulous thing for everybody. The qualification, it's a mixed bag, really, because you get a mixed range of fixtures. But ahead of '96, we were a season of friendlies, and they were varying levels, really. Germany are experiencing that. It's not straightforward at the moment. So I don't know what would be better, but whatever it is, we'd approach it in the right way. And the great thing for England is that the squad we've got now, pretty much everybody can still go again. You've got so many good young players that by that point we'll have more caps, more experiences. There's already, if you look at the squad that we've got this week, there's the strong framework of a whole squad, and then you've got players in the under-21s and below that can come through and compete, and others that are around it. So England are going to be in a very strong position in 4 years' time as well. Well, he's grown as a player. He's always been a fabulous talent, and I've always got to be careful here not to upset the Villa fans again, haven't I? But that I think moving to a club where he had to win every week, the pressure was on to win every week, the demands of his coach. So you develop different attributes. You become a more rounded player, and those experiences are with him now. So he's got great experiences with us, great experiences with his club. He brings, as he's been tonight, we've got different personalities in our squad, and characters like Jack, like James Maddison, the sort of creative types, Trent. We've got a lot of lads that view the world differently, that see different pictures, that see the game differently. That's what makes a team, that's what makes a squad. So, we love working with him. He's brutally honest about his performances. Sometimes I think he's a bit hard on himself. He's different to. We've got depth in that wide position, but he's different to all those other wide players we've got. Well, it's none of my business whether he plays for Manchester United or not. I don't think Eric would thank me for commenting on that. In terms of David Beckham, I wasn't aware, but I can see from Harry's comments that he's made how much it meant to him. David's obviously played at United, he's played for England, so he knows the world that Harry's living in. And it will have meant the world to him to get that sort of support. So he's a very strong character, but nonetheless he's a human being, and I'm sure a call like that would have meant a huge amount to him.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that I just got asked actually. So what's next? You know, after the season that I had with City, it was obviously an unbelievable season, one of the best of my career, especially in the second half of the season. You know, when I was playing a lot more and playing with confidence, and yeah, I think, you know, now we have, I think the perfect team, you know, obviously a perfect manager, you know, guiding us, and I think it's something that we need to do. You know, we've come close, you know, now on two occasions, and I feel like we're just getting better and stronger. And I think, you know, you look at the players that we have in our team. I think there's quite a few that could play, you know, for I think any club in the world or any international team in the world. So yeah, I think that would obviously be next on the list, hopefully. Yeah, do you know what? It is. I don't mean this to sound like weird, but it obviously is difficult in a way, because, you know, you have such a high of winning a treble, and then you do think, like, you know, what would ever like top that? Obviously, doing something, you know, at international level would definitely, you know, would. But then even at club level, you think, what would top it? And then you think, I don't know, maybe to win all four, including the Carabao Cup. But we went out of that last week, and then you'd probably think, to do an invincible season, but we obviously got beat. So, yeah, we obviously, you know, to do what we done last year would be unbelievable again. And, you know, to like I just said, you know, to do something at international level with this group of players would be unbelievable. And yeah, my mindset, you know, going into this week, obviously I was gutted, you know, to miss out last month with my injury, but, you know, I feel I even had a chat, you know, with the manager at the start of the week, and I still feel like I'm just building my fitness a little bit. You know, obviously we had the start of the season, and then I had the injury for 4 weeks and lost a bit of fitness. So now I just want to get back fit and get back playing with full confidence, and, you know, hopefully I can play a part in the next 2 games. Yeah, I didn't actually see that he'd been to speak to him actually, but no, I think they've been brilliant. You know, to start the season the way that they have, and the football that they're playing, I think it's. I think they've been brilliant, and, you know, yeah, they're coming into this international break top of the table. I obviously knew that he was a good manager, you know, from his Celtic days, but, you know, to come and do it in the Premier League is, you know, probably a little bit tougher. But yeah, I feel like he's been brilliant for them, and I think, you know, even over the years, we've all seen, you know, so many good Australian players, you know. So I think there's always, you know, had that respect there, and obviously, you know, it would be nice to play them at Wembley tomorrow.